Yo, what's up guys? Today I want to talk about why you must desexualize your brain. See, so many men nowadays are sexualizing women, are looking at them like toys to fuck. Of course, we have drives as humans and it is absolutely normal. But we took it to such an extent. Men watch porn every day and they watch all these the most beautiful women in the planet, their exact type, undressed in front of them. Like, it's not normal. We weren't supposed to have that ability, unless we were valuable. But now, everyone, even the biggest bitches of all, have access to the most beautiful women in the world, to undress in front of them, for free. They don't have to even get out into the world and pursue the real women. And they don't want to do that, because it's easier to just turn it in their phone. They watch their exact type and just in front of them. And later, it gets to the point that they watch some degenerate stuff. I remember watching Big Mouth. It's such a bad show. It's such a degenerate show, and do not fucking watch it. I was young. But still, don't watch it. I remember that Andrew Globerman, the main character, watched porn all night, and he started normal, with some normal girls. But he ended up with some grandmas. I'm not even gonna continue. But you get the point. Normal stuff is gonna stop arousing you. Normal women, like not as beautiful women, are gonna stop arousing you. They are not gonna be as attractive. Even the normal women, or still beautiful women, but not as beautiful ones that you've watched, are gonna seem ugly. Because you've been every day for hours watching the most beautiful women in the planet, undressing in front of them, and gooning to them. Like, it's so fucking pathetic. And then normal women seem ugly to you. Even the beautiful women seem not as beautiful. And you're looking at them not as another human, but as a toy to fuck. That is fucking feminine. Because you don't wanna pursue them, because you have super easy access on your phone. You don't wanna go into the world and pursue the real women. No, because it's hard. Because you have to put the effort. You have to put in the effort of looking good, of dressing up good, of smelling nice, of talking in a certain way, of speaking the right things, of planning out the date, for example. You have to put in the effort. And so many men don't do it, because they have such a degree of degeneracy in their mind, of sexualizing women, that they won't pursue the real women, because it's hard, because they might not fuck on the first date. Which is also degenerate like polygamy. But back to the topic. It's not easy. Like, they might not get that easy access to women as like they do in modern days. And they are fat, they are ugly, in the corner of their room, jerking off to some female models. Like, it's so pathetic that they don't wanna go out into the world and pursue the real women. Because they have an easy access to them anyways. And they are saying stuff like, oh, I don't want a girlfriend. No, it's only a pain in the ass. Why do you think they are saying this? Do you think that they really think that? Or do you think that they are just excuses? That they are just coming up with these excuses to not pursue the real women? Because they have an easy access on their phone. For me, it's such an feminine behavior to not pursue a goal. One of the most masculine traits that you can have is pursuing a goal. So if you're not pursuing a goal and you're choosing an easy path instead of the harder path, you are feminine. If you choose the harder path that is gonna give you growth, you are fucking masculine. If you're on a path of easy access, of self-pleasuring, on all these unproductive and bad stuff, you are feminine and you are on a bad path. So if you're addicted to porn and fapping, I want you to break that addiction. I made a video about it. I really recommend you watch it. But shortly, it's always a chain of events that leads to you fapping. You start, for example, with going with your phone to the bathroom. And then you're scrolling on the toilet. And then you're fapping. So, how would you break that chain of events? Of course, by not taking the phone with yourself when you're going to the bathroom. And suddenly, it's not that hard to not fap. Because you broke that chain of events before it even started. And I'm telling you, in a matter of a week or two, you're not gonna be addicted. So I want you to analyze your chain of behaviors and break it in some way. Because it's gonna be super easy to not take the phone now, then put off the phone midway through fapping. It's gonna make it so easy for you to quit. But if you slip, and I'm telling you, you will, because if you've been addicted for past few years, you will eventually slip. And don't take these words as an excuse for you to fap. Don't say to yourself, oh, but Bart said that I would eventually fap again. So yeah, he said that it's normal. So I'm gonna do it now. No, do not use my fucking words as your excuse to fap. Don't. Don't be such a fucking bitch. Don't do it. But I'm telling you, if you've been addicted for the past few years, or months, or whatever, if you've been watching it constantly every day, then you will slip. You will. But when you do slip, and you find yourself watching porn once again, don't watch the most beautiful women with the best bodies, with all these best features. Don't. Because the women in the real world might not be as perfect. Of course, you might happen to have a perfect woman in real life. But most times than not, a real girl in the real world is not gonna be as perfect as the women that you're watching. So, if you slip, at least watch less beautiful women with less perfect bodies. Because you don't want to train your brain constantly that you're only aroused with the most perfect of the bodies. Like Andrew Globerman, who wouldn't get aroused with normal women, who had to watch some fucking grandmas. Don't be Andrew Globerman. So first of all, break that chain of events. And if you slip, at least do it in a better way. Minimize the negatives. But break that addiction of porn and masturbation. I've noticed that because we have such a sexualized view of women, men now find it a lot harder to talk to them. Because if they are talking to them and they are imagining them naked or whatever, they are putting them on a pedestal. And when they are putting them on a pedestal, they think to themselves, oh, I'm not worthy of her. I'm not as good as her. Oh, I bet she looks so good. If you're putting them on a pedestal, you're gonna be acting weird around them. You're gonna be stuttering. You're gonna be like making weird faces. You're gonna talk with a higher pitched voice. And it's all from all these years of watching porn and fapping and you sexualizing women. If you're sexualizing them, you're putting them on a pedestal. And if you're putting them on a pedestal, you become awkward and weird around them. And find it super stressful to talk to them. And I'm telling you, women absolutely see that you're stressed to talk to them. Even if they don't tell you, or if it's not apparent, because they don't want to be mean. But I'm telling you, if you're weird and if you're stuttery, and if you're scared to talk to them, they will sense it. They will know it. And they will see you as someone lower than them. And they are right. Because if you're seeing them as someone higher, if you're putting them on a pedestal, they can put you lower than them. Because you're doing it as well. You're putting yourself lower than them by sexualizing them. You don't want to be an awkward little bitch. Don't be lazy and bitchy. Pursue the real women. Don't pursue instant pleasure and instant gratification, because it's not gonna give you anything. It's only gonna make everything worse. Pursue the real women and stop sexualizing them, because that is fucking pathetic. Thanks for watching. Type in comments your questions, subscribe, and see you guys next time.